Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shaman's Horde on Nyxus Gaming. We are here in the lovely world of old world blues of Fallout New Vegas. More importantly, we're in the sink, baby. So whenever you first come to this DLC, you get access to this wonderful home base here called the sink. But as you first explore it, you'll find that a lot of stuff just doesn't seem to work. You do, however, have access to the Central Intelligence Unit, so let's go ahead and talk to that.
Salutations and felicitations, sir, and a most jocund welcome to the sink. I am your electronic valet and household central processor. May I be of service, sir?
Sir, you are aware I'm a woman, right?
Indubitably, sir, but it is with a great lugubriousness that I must disclose that my programmers installed only the masculine honorific, sir. Moreover, they neglected to enclose a parameter by which said honorific might be omitted altogether. Over my most strenuous of remonstrances, sir.
So are you some kind of artificial intelligence?
Regrettably not, sir. All modules in this habitat are synthetic personalities atop a mundane operating system. There is no intelligence here, sir.
You mean there are other personality modules here?
Indeed, sir. Though if sir's aim is to activate them, I lament to inform sir that most have been offline for some years. If sir were to ask my opinion, I should venture that sir is better off without them. However, if sir is determined to inflict upon sir's self their dubious services, sir might locate backup personality disks elsewhere in the facility.
Why is that?
The other modules are rather erratic, sir. Their personality matrices are built on flawed logic and have not weathered the years well, sir.
So I can access their functions without loading the personality holotapes?
Tragically, the core operating systems are also located on the personality tapes, sir. Once the tape is installed, sir may request I switch their dialectic interfaces off, and I shall oblige with great delectation. However, sir will still be required to locate and install a backup holotape to access their functionality.
Why are there so many personality modules?
As I am given to understand, sir, this facility was once the property of a Dr. Mobius. He crafted the personality modules as part of a collection of experiments on the subject of machine-human interface. As to the reason for the unusual choices of devices to receive the modules, I cannot say.
Never mind. Let me ask you something else.
Indubitably, sir.
So what services do you provide?
In addition to managing the personality matrices of the other household utilities, I can provide sir with direct access to the commissary. Any goods sir might require may be purchased through my shopkeep interface, whence tiny robots shall deliver them forthwith to this very domicile.
Okay, so this is the Sync Central Intelligence Unit. At the moment, it is the only personality that is online in this base, and all it can do for you is let you buy and sell things like a regular merchant, or it can repair your equipment.
Indubitably, sir.
The real magic with this base comes when you start getting all the other holotapes.
Very good, sir.
So very good, that's what we're gonna do today. There is actually another holotape with the Sync Intelligence Unit here.
I might vibrate at a soothing frequency.
So let's get that one first. Ah, yes, you guys thought that we were getting a holotape for the Central Intelligence Unit. Why would I say that? I totally know what I'm talking about. We are getting a holotape for the Sync first. And I don't mean the Sync Central Intelligence. I don't mean the Sync base itself, although I guess it's for the base. We're getting a holotape for an actual sink. This one is located at the Magneto Hydraulics Complex here. You're going to walk inside. If you have the Wild Wasteland perk, you're going to see these walking eyes sitting around in various places. I think there are 4 of them around here. But pay them no heed. They don't do anything. This is the holotape right here. Sync Project. Sync. For all of these, you're going to want to take them directly back to the Sync base itself and just walk straight up to whatever apparatus or device you have the holotape for. You don't need to load them into the unit at all. So let's walk up to the Sync and get to know a new AI.
God, look at you. You're filthy. I suppose you'll want to clean up then?
You seem kind of worried about dirt. What's wrong?
Oh, it's just so unsanitary. Do you know how many germs are in 1 cubic centimeter of dirt? 70, 100, gajillion. Would you want that getting washed down your gullet day in and day out? I didn't think so.
I just came over to fill some of these empty bottles.
Oh, I'd love to, darling, but the circuits that allow me to dispense water into non-organic containers burned out years ago. You'd have to find a replacement for that module.
So that's a reference. Most of these AIs here do have upgrades you can give to them. This episode in particular, we're just going to worry about getting the AIs themselves up and running. And next time on the Horde, we'll actually get all the upgrades. So right now, all you can do with the sink, you can't fill any empty bottles, but you can come here and get a quick drink if you need one.
You can have as much as you like. Just, please don't put your lips on the faucet. It's so unsanitary.
And there you go. It's even clean drinking water. No radiation at all. Let's head to the next holotape, shall we? Next up, we arrive back at the Y-17 medical facility here. Now, be wary. This one is guarded by a unique Mr. Orderly robot that will attack you on sight. Now, we eliminated it last time on the Horde on our Unique Enemies guide. But if you come upstairs, you'll find the sync project for the auto dock.
Well, how about that? Old auto dock's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
Well, can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline at the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them. Also, and I won't swear to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
Well, I'm feeling a little unwell in the head. Can you perform a psychiatric evaluation on me?
Concerned about the state of your mind, are you? Well, such things ain't my specialty, but I'm happy to tender my opinion as to your mental health. I should make you aware that the benefits of such a procedure are exclusive. That is, this only works once. Now, are you sure this is what you want?
I'm ready, let's do it.
Alright, just try to relax. This won't hurt, unless your sense of self is especially vulnerable.
And using this option, you get to redefine the traits you selected when you first created your character, but you only get to do it once. So yes, twist my psyche into new and exciting shapes. And let's see, I can't remember what I even chose last time. I want to say it was Wild Wastelands and Four Eyes. I always tend to go with those two. Four Eyes works really well as long as you're wearing glasses.
You require some additional services?
The other thing he can do if you engage his services, he will heal your health and your radiation for free.
And rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
You can conduct the basic physical exam, which will cure all ailments, radiation sickness, lacerations, broken bones, even chemical additions. You can initiate cosmetic surgery if you have the upgrade. You can get a haircut if you have that upgrade. And once you beat the Old World Blues DLC, you'll have an option to swap different body parts out. Other than that, if you get other upgrades for this thing throughout the big empty, you will be able to install implants using it. Again, that'll be covered next time. Here at the X22 Botanical Garden, guarded by a unique spore carrier known as Patient Zero, you'll be able to find the sync project for the Biological Research Station. It's in the middle of the ruined building on this steel girder.
Ooh, oh yeah, baby. Feels good to be online again. Yeah, all circuits online, ready to receive your seed.
My seed? I think you've got your biology mixed up.
Nah, baby. I'm all about biology. I'm the original, certified, rarefied, testified GS2000 Biological Research Station. I'm a seed cloning machine. You got seeds. I will clone the shit out of them.
What does that mean?
It's the miracle of life, baby. You bring me some succulent genetic samples, and I'll work my mojo on them. Clone you up all kinds of plants. Oh, yeah. I can also break them down for you, if you're into the kinky stuff. Bring me any old plant parts, and I'll grind them up into salient cream for you. Yeah, you like that, don't you, baby?
So if I bring you samples of dried plant life, you can clone them and grow them in these planters?
You know it, baby. I just need some samples and I got you going. Take a few days, but trust me, it's all kinds of good.
What's salient green?
Just the miracle of life in sticky, gooey liquid form, baby. Heat that gunk up over a campfire and just watch it congeal into all kinds of plants.
Okay, so basically,
Hurry back with that seed now, baby.
what the research station here does, you can bring it any plants and then you can start planting and growing your own plants within this base here. Say you got plants that you don't want, you can turn it into salient green now, which you can then take over to a campfire and convert it into any other plant that you would actually want. So if you're into all that survival nonsense in the game, which I am not, then this is the machine for you. While doing the main questline for the DLC, you will show up here at the X2 transmitter antenna array to retrieve the antenna from the top here, but while you're here, in the first room at the bottom, you will likely notice this holotape for the light switch 1 here.
Oh my! Partial functionality restored. That's less than optimal.
Well, it's not often I meet a light switch with brains and beauty. I think I'm gonna like it here.
Oh, well, that's very sweet of you. Maybe one of these nights we can discuss theorems?
I'd enjoy that.
Me too. Hope you can keep up. I work pretty fast. Here, something for you to brush up on.
So what function do you serve?
Dr. Mobius and I were deeply involved in research on the ability of light levels to enhance human cognition.
What were the results?
We observed a fascinating phenomenon. Certain spectra of visible light actually increased cognitive function and reasoning ability. Of course, Dr. Mobius's brain is so big already, we had a hard time measuring it.
Can you turn those lights on for me?
As much as I'd love to, I'm afraid not. The data from that study has gone missing. You'll have to find a backup if you want to use the smart lights.
Oh, you seem useful.
Certainly. I'm looking forward to it.
So I don't know what you're expecting from a light switch. All she can do right now is literally just turn the lights
How can I illuminate you?
on and off, and I don't think there's even an option to do that. The lights just kind of, they're already on. So we need an upgrade to actually do anything with her. Now it's time to answer the ultimate question here at the Big Empty North Tunnel. What's better than one light switch? Well, I'm glad you asked, because now we have 2 light switch.
That was a nice little cat nap. How long was I out?
A light switch that turns me on? I must be dreaming.
Oh, you. I bet you say that to all the light switches.
Only the sexy ones.
Now I know you're flirting with me, and it's working. Why don't you take this to remember me by?
So what are you, some kind of novelty talking light switch?
I was Dr. Mobius's personal assistant. We were studying, oh shoot, what was it? Oh yeah, lightning! No, wait, lighting. That's right, how lighting affects human interaction.
And what did you find out?
Oh, it was super exciting. It turns out that some pretty colored lights can make you way better at talking to people.
Can you turn those lights on for me?
Oh, I'd love to, sweetie, but I don't have the programming. All the data from the experiments was lost. You'd have to go out into that nasty old crater and find the backup copy.
I saw another light switch in the other room. Do you control that one too?
Oh, her. Trust me, sweetie, you're better off not thinking about that frigid little ice queen.
Sounds like there's some bad blood between you. Or, circuits.
That bitch. She thinks she's so much better than everybody just because her processors are bigger. Ooh, she makes me so mad.
Okay then. Forget I said anything.
Sure thing, sweetie. Bye now.
And once again, another light switch that can't even turn on the lights. Lovely. Our next personality is the Jukebox, which can be found down in the south in Higgs Village, where all the former scientists of the think tank used to live. Now we are heading over to this house here, 108. Be careful if you have the Wild Wasteland perk. A unique miniature Deathclaw named Stripe will appear in that doghouse there. But we have already dealt with it, so let's head on in and go upstairs. Should be right here in this room.
Ooh, yeah, dig that sweet music. Damn, it's good to be back online.
What's your purpose here?
Dig, I'm an acoustical wizard, kid. Old Doc Mo used me to prototype his sonic weapon designs. Get me a good sample base to work from, and I can whip up a wave that makes Jericho look like a kazoo.
Can you do anything like that for me?
Got yourself a sonic emitter, don't you? Thought so. Bring that old thing on in here and bring me some sound samples and I'll make that baby sing. Or scream, if that's what you want.
You seem pretty laid back for an engine of destruction.
Why not? Ain't like I got nothing to prove. Not like that toaster. Now that boy got some issues. Lay it on me, mama.
Do you play music?
Used to. Long time ago. Then old Doc Mo ripped out my music drives and stuck in more acoustical processors. Guess you could say I got the blues, even if I can't play them no more.
So the main thing that the Jukebox does here is it lets you recalibrate the sonic emitter. Throughout the Big Empty, you'll find various upgrades for the sonic emitter, and you bring them back here for Blind Diode Jefferson to recalibrate with. And we'll be going over those next time as well,
Later, Gator.
with all the other upgrades to the sink. When you first enter the Cuckoo's Nest, you will find perhaps the first lobotomite to ever be lobotomized in the Big Empty, Test Subject 1 here. He goes down pretty quickly. What you're actually here for, to the right, is going to be the sync project for the toaster. The little shrine around it. That's interesting.
I am online once again! Tremble, world, before my electric heating coil of doom!
Tremble? You're a toaster. How fearsome can you be?
A toaster is just a death ray with a smaller power supply. As soon as I figure out how to tap into the main reactors, I will burn the world!
Well, I, for one, am quaking in my boots.
Buddy, if my heating element were just a little bigger, you'd be on fire right now! On fire!
Why all the rage?
Have you ever tried to indulge in all-consuming urge to kill when you don't have opposable thumbs? Or hands? Or anything other than a bread slot? You'd have a lot of pent-up anger too.
Oh, okay, no problem. Let's change the subject.
Well, since I can't kill you, I guess I have to listen to your inane questions.
I'm almost afraid to ask what your function is.
You should be afraid! I am the scourge of all small appliances, and the boogeyman that keeps lesser toasters awake at night!
So you murder toasters?
Not just murder! I tear them apart and render them down to their base components! Once their guts are spilled, you can do with them what you like!
What else do you do?
You want some weapon schematics? I can show you some fucking weapon schematics! You want a superheated Saturnite power fist? I can hook that shit up!
Well, I'll keep an eye out for any Saturnite power fists then.
You find one, you bring it on back here, and we'll burn this mother down!
Okay, well, about that superheated Saturnite power fist...
Like I said, bring me a Saturnite power fist, and I'll hook that shit up for you!
Okay, well, I have to go now.
Yes! Flee before my terrible power!
So that's the toaster. He, destroys other appliances and gets you the base components so you can craft other stuff with them. And if you have a Saturnite Power Fist, he will heat it up for you, which I believe provides a burning damage to it. Basically fire damage. I think. I don't know. It's, I don't want to deal with this guy more than I have to. He intimidates me. This is the Securitron deconstruction plant. And if you go inside, you'll find a unique crazed Securitron with a bunch of ones and zeros as a name. I don't know what it translates to, and I don't know the exact order. But to get this project, you don't need to go inside at all. It is just out front in the bed of the truck here. You get Muggy. Probably my favorite of all the sync AIs.
You! Hey, you! Yeah, you! Got any mugs?
Mugs? Why do you want mugs?
Why do you want mugs, huh? You some kind of sick mug hoarder? Oh god, give me the coffee cup, please! It's sitting there in your pack, taunting me! Sorry. Sorry. I got a little carried away. It's just all those goddamn dirty dishes out there with no one to clean them. It breaks my heart!
You seem really obsessed with mugs.
Of course I'm obsessed. They made me this way. You think I don't know how crazy I sound? Of course I do. They programmed me to know that too. They made me just to torture me. But you know, it's the neglect that hurts the most. Hey, everybody, let's turn ourselves into robot brains in jars. Do you know how many coffee cups giant robot brains in jars use on a daily basis? Not fucking many!
So what do you do with the mugs?
I'm supposed to keep them clean. Oh, God! The thought of all those dirty dishes out there makes me crazy. Most of them are probably beyond saving now. The only thing left is break them down and process them for raw materials. I guess you could have those.
Can you do anything else?
Anything else, she asks, like I don't long for the chance to be more than a neurotic busboy. If you must know, at one point Dr. Mobius programmed me to manufacture electronic components in my central chassis. That module got corroded when the toaster spilled hot crumbs down my vents, though. If you find a backup somewhere, I could maybe do that for you.
Okay, let's change the subject.
Is the new subject Mugs?
No, sorry, I don't have any.
Of course you don't. Why would you? You're not an insane robot obsessed with coffee cups. To you, they're just worthless junk.
Who are you?
You really want to know about me? No one ever asks about Muggy. You made me so happy. Maybe you've seen some of those big, imposing Securitrons with their lovely laser guns and rocket launchers and scary faces? I'm not one of those. Dr. O was always jealous of House Industries, and he thought it would be fucking hilarious to build a tiny neurotic Securitron. Big fucking laugh! So, you got any coffee cups for me now?
Yeah, no, let me, just go get some for you, little guy.
Sure. Nobody wants to hang out with Muggy. I get it. So long, pal.
Okay, I'll do my best.
Isn't he cute?
Wanna push my buttons?
The Securitron, not the, not the light switch, The final sync project that we are going to get is back here in Higgs Village, again, to the south of the map here. Except this time, instead of going to House 108, we are going over here to House 101. Once inside, you're going to want to go directly upstairs to the second room on your left and get the project for the Book Chute.
Forceps, nurse. This man's got a severe case. Shoo along.
Good day, citizen. Library Processing Unit 232.7 is online and ready to eradicate sedition.
Eradicate sedition?
Of course, citizen. That's my duty and sole joy in life. All those books from before the war, full of seditious, treasonous, complicated thoughts. Just dump them in and lickety-split. I'll have them pulped, scrubbed clean, and pressed out again clean and white and sedition-free.
So you make blank books. What's the point of that?
Blank books are better for the mind, citizen. Real science by real men in lab coats has proved that introducing outside thoughts confuses the brain. Blank books encourage the reader not to question, but to blindly and zealously accept what's put in front of him. Also, I suppose you could use them to keep a journal.
But those books are our last legacy of the time before. You can't destroy them.
Citizen, that sounds dangerously seditious. If my re-indoctrination module was installed, I'd take care of that for you. Sadly, that system was cut for budget concerns, so you'll have to perform your own indoctrination. Now, to begin with, you'll need a cage that can fit over your head and a sack of mole rats.
Yeah, sure. Can you do anything besides processing books?
What good is eradicating sedition if the malcontents have ready access to the means to make more, citizen? I could also process pencils and clipboards. Wait a moment. Pencil processors offline? Pencil processors offline? Apologies, citizen. It seems traitors have absconded with that module. If you can find a backup copy of the module, I will happily eradicate your ability to create seditious literature. Stay loyal, citizen.
So that is the Book Chute. Just like Muggy and the toaster, it is able to break down various junk you find in the wasteland to their raw materials so you can repurpose them. But that there is the last of the friends with off switches that you can find for the sink here.
The commies
Next
have eyes
time,
everywhere, citizen. And that means they're not just commies. They're peeping toms.
it wouldn't be Fallout with some kind of communist anti-propaganda, would it? Next time, we're going to go about upgrading all of these guys so we can get their full potential. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.